Hello, my name is June Henkelman, and this is my intro video for special education for school leaders. A little bit about myself here. Like I said, I'm June Henkelman. I'm a wife and a mom. My husband Chad and I have his son Chandler, who is he will be a sophomore at Tabor University, where he plays baseball and studies special education like his stepmom. And my daughter Kirsten will be a junior next year, and she also wants to go into a helping field and is considering child psychology. Um, I've been a special educator for 23 years now, graduated from Fort Hays with my other two degrees, and I am the lead teacher currently at Heart Spring School in Wichita, Kansas. Heart Spring is a residential day school for students with usually, excuse me, excuse me, severe autism. Um, it's a residential day school. We have 80 students, 12 of which are from Kansas. So these students are from around the country, around the world. Actually, we have a child from India right now, and they have exceeded all resources in their local districts and still have some really severe needs. So it is a more, very restrictive environment for these children, and but they do have very high needs, and I feel like that's warranted in that case. It's the families need a lot of help as well as the school. It is my 13th year there at Heart Spring, and plan on continuing there for a long, long time. Um, in looking at what we have there at Heart Spring, this module kind of hits home for me because that is my pride and joy. After being a classroom teacher at Heart Spring for 9 years, they took me out of the classroom to help identify and select or create curriculum that is content based and age appropriate, and also meets the cognitive needs of our students. And so this has been my passion for several years now. So at Heart Spring, I feel like we are very attuned to providing content-based learning materials. The majority of our students are not anywhere near grade level. Most are functioning at a pre-K or early elementary level, and we still are required to provide them access to the general curriculum according to each of the state standards from the states they come from. And so I search high and low for curriculum or create things when necessary to make sure that we're providing access at grade level, even though these kids may have significant cognitive delays. So we do that through a lot of symbol supported text and using their communication systems to be able to respond in multiple ways to measure their knowledge and provide the content in a lot of different ways as well. As far as learning strategies, we study diligently evidence-based practices for students with autism, and we study those intentionally in our professional learning communities. And then when I'm looking at curriculum, I purposely search for curriculum that has those evidence-based practices embedded in the teaching procedures. So I feel like we're really doing well on that as well. Personally, like I said, it's my passion, so I hope that I'm doing well on this, but I don't have a classroom of my own anymore. I do a lot of modeling for classroom teachers. I provide that training in PLC, and I'm continuously searching for new sources of curriculum to meet the needs of our students. But I know that there's always more I can do, more I can learn, ways I can improve. So I'm trying, but I know that I'll never stop learning. So my big plan is that I would like to, um, through the content-based learning materials that I'm able to access for our students and the learning that we are doing about evidence-based practices, I want to really make sure that we're providing a rigorous curriculum for our students in all content areas, including social emotional character development, because to be honest, their behaviors are why they get there, not because of their grades. And I really want to get all those things worked into their individual plans of study or courses of study, depending on what their state is calling that, and see more of our students get a true high school diploma through appropriately modified and adapted materials and less certificates of completion, um, so that it feels like a more legitimate graduation for them. So the process for that would, be providing access to the students that meet their cognitive needs and teach that through those evidence-based instructional practices, and then meet success as it is defined for each individual student. As far as funding issues, I am very blessed. I have the full support of our Board of Trustees and administration. We have worked very hard with KSDE and really tried to overcome a lot of the issues that we did have in terms of the rigor in our curriculum and doing a better job of standards-based instruction. And in a matter of a few years, we have really turned things around there. And I'm really, really proud of that. It is the focus of our school improvement goals and our efforts for year 4 and going into year 5 of the KISA process. And they have allotted budget money toward both curriculum development and bulking up our purchase curriculum and professional development for those evidence-based practices. So I am extremely blessed with funding. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I look forward to learning with you this short 4 weeks. But if you have any questions, my contact information is here, and have a good month of June.